use that Guru 99 website to do the all kind of test execution part. And most of the Windows user were using Chrome browser, and most of the iOS user were using basically Safari browser. That's an, as I'm assuming, okay, few other people might have been using different browser as well. But what happened whenever a code is being developed, those things work differently on different browsers. There is a possibility you might have made something for taking Chrome as an example, but it not might work same in other browser, maybe Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox, Safari, any other thing. So that is why it become quite important to do some kind of cross browser testing. Okay, currently I'm only talking about cross browser testing. There is another word that is known as cross platform testing. I'll be coming to that. So when we talk about cross browser testing, it means the code that is being developed by the developer needs to work properly on all kind of browsers. Okay, so that is also a responsibility of a tester. Since you don't know, na, customer might be using any browser. There are some 50 or 100 odd browser out there in the market, maybe from Google Chrome, Mozilla, Internet Explorer, Safari, Opera Mini, UC browser, and n number of browsers. So the people who are spending so much into building their website don't want to lose any kind of customer base. So they want that each and every customer or each and every person who is using their website, their application, are able to work and see the better user interface with whichever browser they're using. Okay, so for that, cross browser testing is really important. Now coming to the second term, that is cross platform testing. So cross platform testing basically refers to the fact, uh, the platform, let's consider I'm currently using Windows system, but few people might be using Linux system, few people might be using this iOS. So all these are operating system. These all are different platforms. I would rather use the word cross. Platform word is a better word for that, but other people can also use cross OS as well, operating systems. Okay, so it is a major responsibility to test these things on all the browser. But what happened, to be frank, in the real time while we're working in the offices, we don't get much time to check each and everything on all the browsers. So how basically testing is done in the real time, let's consider I'm having some 100 test cases. Okay, our major browser that we are focusing are Chrome and Safari. So I'll be running like 60 odd test cases on Chrome and Safari. Rest 40 I can distribute among 2 to 3 other browser which my company supports, maybe Mozilla Firefox, maybe Internet Explorer, maybe Microsoft Edge, or whichever browser we are talking about. Okay, that's how things happen. So now for that, it means that in your system, all the browser need to be installed, correct? Moreover, if you also wanted to do cross OS testing or cross platform testing, you might require 2 to 3 multiple operating system. Since a system that you're having in front of you currently can currently support only one operating system at a time, it means if you're adding window, it will only be having window. You might require multiple system, or there is obviously some kind of setup by the help of which you can set up iOS in this Windows device only, but that's a different thing. So the problem being that you need multiple resources. You need a lot of setup part, lot of configuration part to make sure that the manual cross browser or cross platform testing happens properly. Okay, that's a fact. So now to tackle this problem, we have a really good website, which is Browserstack, which I have opened in front of you on my screen. Okay, so it's basically an Indian cloud web-based website, and it is so much good that it provides support for almost all the browsers, all the operating systems, and even the mobile phones. Major mobile phones like iPhone, Samsung, MI, multiple other mobile phones. So it's a really good website. We're gonna work and see how it exactly works. We are only gonna work about the manual part of it. Let me tell you one more thing, since you guys are doing Selenium. So in the Selenium, you might be learning about Selenium Grid, okay, in the coming days. I'm not sure till you might have already learned that, but in the coming days, you will be learning Selenium Grid as well. Okay, so Selenium Grid is responsible for doing the cross-browser testing. Okay, or that is uh, for the automation part. But when we talk about the manual part, we are having the browser stack as one of the tool that we can add up in our resume, and it's a really easy tool. There's nothing difficult. To be frank, whatever part I have used about the browser stack is really easy. Okay, there might be few other part, but just to add up in the resume and know the basics of the browser stack, you hardly need 1 hour, and this 1 hour today will be sufficient enough for that. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have any doubt till this point on cross browser, cross platform testing about the basic part? Anyone?
So is it basically we will test at the same time using different browsers?
Let me show you that. Okay, I'll show you
Okay.
that how
Yeah.
we exactly
Yeah.
do. But just take an example. I have a browser open, okay, in front of you, this one, okay, and you remember we tested that Guru 99 website. So how I used to do is I used to just open a tab, go to that link. You remember version? We have multiple version
Yes.
of that link. We used to go to that link and then do the execution, means creating the new user, new account, then finding the bugs and all those stuff. We did that. Now, okay, let's move inside. uh, Currently the application that we will be able to see will be more like a trial version. So there are few of the things missing out in the trial version. Okay, so as a result I might not be able to show you all the browsers. Maybe I think Chrome and Safari are something that are in the free version as far as I remember. So I'll be showing with only Chrome and Safari, but you guys can do that. Once you're in a company, obviously they have this proprietary version, the paid one, and therein they have all those browsers whichever they are, supporting. All those will be there. Okay, so let me can everybody Google browser stack on this system? It will be easy if you go with me only. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
anybody require the link, or you can just search for browser stack online and you'll be able to see.
Yeah, got in there.
Yeah.
Just open the website and there might be an option of free trial or something in front of you.
Yeah.
So should we click on?
Yeah, you can click on, or wait a minute, let me just
Yeah.
come back to my screen. Let me just show you, okay, how
Okay.
things work. Everybody back on my screen.
Yeah.
So
Sir,
once
there are
you
two, sorry, there are two options, get for free and demo version.
uh,
Yes.
try to click on get for free, but not now, since it will be
Okay.
only 30-minute trial. Okay, I don't want to
Okay.
waste even a single minute of you. Okay,
Yeah.
so even my trial is only available for a few more minutes. Okay, so can you see the screen on here? Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
so we are only talking about the manual part for now. Okay, on the left side where you can see the quick launch, there are multiple platforms written, maybe Android, iOS, Windows, and Mac. Mac refers to the desktop part and iOS refers to the obviously the phone
Mobile.
part. Okay, so from here you can easily select any kind of uh, operating system that you're using. Okay, if you're testing mobile, then you can use iOS and Android. If you're testing on the laptop or the desktop, then you can pick up Windows or Mac. Okay, now let's take an example. The company in which I am working for. Okay, herein the major testing happens on the Windows. Okay, and the testing that we perform is on Windows 10. Okay, but there will be users who will also be doing testing on Windows 7, who will also be using the website on Windows 7. Few people have old system, few people haven't updated their operating system for quite long, so that is totally understandable. So that is where I can my company will ask me basically that the majority of people who are using their applications use Chrome browser, Mozilla browser, or this browser or that browser, and on this particular platform. So on the basis of that, I'll go to browser stack. I select that particular version. Now let's consider my company tells me that a lot of customers out there uses Windows 7 for us. So I'll be selecting Windows 7. Okay. Now they ask, obviously there are some 7-8 browser in front of us, but they told us that majority of people who are using Windows 7 are using, let's consider Edge browser. Okay. So also they can tell me the version as well. If not, then use the latest version only. Okay. By default, you have to consider that people are using the latest versions. Okay. In case if nobody mentioned that which particular version you're going to use. Okay. So you just have to go there and click on that particular version. Now you can see my system is getting converted into Edge browser. Okay. Now this user interface that is in front of you, this whole user interface is of Edge browser. Okay. If anybody have used Edge browser, then they can easily understand that this is from Edge browser. Let me go back and try to show you something that might be easily understand. Let's pick up a mobile device. Okay. Let's consider they told us that we need to test on iPhone 13. See, this is a really good, application. Let's consider there's an application known as WhatsApp. Okay. The people, no, WhatsApp is quite big application. Let's take a small one, maybe Skype. Okay. Skype is also big, but yeah, let's consider it's a small application for now. People are using Skype for Windows, but a lot of people are there who are using Skype for iPhone as well, Skype for iPad as well. Okay. So let's consider I want to test a website of Skype website or Flipkart website. Let's pick Flipkart on my particular iPhone 13. So I'll go on the iOS, I'll select iPhone. So you can see the usefulness of this website. If this website won't have been there, you need to get all these devices physically present with you to do the testing. Okay. Obviously, if you want to test something on iPhone 13, that application is working properly or not, you need to have iPhone 13 handy with you. Okay. That increases the cost of a company up to, it become quite expensive for them, the whole testing part, and they have to skip a lot of things. But with the help of the browser stack, they are able to perform this activity really easily. Okay. So let me go ahead and select iPhone 13. Here, two browsers are being supported for now. Let's pick up Safari. Now, as soon as I click, you can see my browser screen is getting converted to the interface of my iPhone 13. You'll be looking, it's just gonna happen. Give it 2 minutes. Okay, it's done. So that's how the interface will look on iPhone 13. Let's consider I work for Flipkart. Okay. And I want to test something on Flipkart, maybe ordering. I want to order something. I click on Flipkart. Let me open it. Don't you feel like you're using the iPhone rather than a browser?
Yes.
Yes.
So you just have to search. Let's consider I want to buy a laptop. I'll go to that particular thing, select it, add to cart. Let me go to the cart, and then I will be able to place order. So I just show you a flow. There can be any website of your company that you might be testing here. Okay. I just showed you something on iPhone 13. You can have any device out here. Okay. So you just need to first select that device, open the particular browser, whichever your company is asking forward to. And after that, you can work on the basis of that only. Okay. So this whole browser screen is working as an iPhone right now. Okay. I'm not sure how to use it properly, but yeah. So apart from this, okay, this is the user interface part. Okay. There are multiple other features on the left side. Okay. Lots of, let me open other iPhone now. Actually, it only give us 1 minute free support. So it's going to be real. I have to be really quick while explaining. Yeah, you can see on the left side, you have multiple options out there. Okay. So switch browser gonna bring up that particular screen with the help of which you will be able to select a particular device, particular mobile phone, or whichever thing you want to go forward to with your OS or anything. Okay. I'm going to skip local testing for now. I'm going to explain that later. Okay. It's not something that you will be able to understand for now, but it is something more related to the fact that when you work in the company real time, those company have their own host. Okay. So this is, they are helpful out there. Zoom thing is nothing. You can just zoom in or zoom out just to, have a clear picture of what exactly is happening on my screen. Report a bug. Okay, this is a nice feature which I really like. We all have seen. Which tool did we use for reporting the bug?
Jira.
Jira.
Correct,
Jira.
correct. So if I click on report a bug, I'll be able to see multiple ways by which I can report a bug. So even they provide support for Jira. If I click on this, it will automatically take me to my Jira, which will be connected to this Browserstack paid version, and I will be able to log it directly. Okay. Got it? Dev tools. Oh. I have everybody just following what I'm trying to say here. It's nothing difficult. It's just a simple tool, just like Jira. Okay. So dev tools I'll be picking. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be explaining you dev tools. After that, there are a few settings out there where you can do multiple things. Use some other type of keyboard. Okay. And some certificate SSL, what we call it. So those things are there. You might have seen whenever we buy a new phone, and at the start when you open it for the first time, when you turn it on, it asks for some extra permission which it never asked on regular basis. Okay. So few of the application have this SSL pop-up coming up. You might have seen on opening Flipkart or maybe some other website, you get some small pop-up like location. Okay, can we allow location or something? So those other, there are multiple other certificates. It's just a small thing, just a pop-up for the location handling. In the similar fashion, few of the website ask for some kind of signed certificates. Okay, so it is for that, but it is not useful. It's hardly going to be useful. It's a really rare scenario that you will be facing. Okay. Rotate device, as we all know, it can rotate our device. Maybe it means that few people obviously use their phone by rotating, by maybe reading a book, okay, on Kindle or doing something else. So those people try to rotate their phone. So we also have the feature of that. Change location. Let's consider I work for Zomato or Uber Eats or Uber, multiple, you know, all those applications which require the regular use of locations. So with the help of that, I can even do location specific testing. For example, I'm in India right now. You guys in US, uh, if you open your, let's consider this is a common. I'm not sure if Zomato is there. Uber Eats might be there. So if you try to open Uber Eats at your location, it should show all the restaurant near your place. Okay, and the similar thing should happen with me. So that is also one kind of testing that we are doing. So it can also be done using the change location feature here. Throttle network. It's a really important thing. Sometime what's happened, like currently we all are using Wi-Fi, but when we are out, we basically use mobile data. So generally how it happens in India, Wi-Fi are far fast as compared to our mobile data thing. Okay. So few of the applications out there which are really important to test on slow network as well. So Throttle Network have the option to change the speed of our particular network. So whatever testing you're going to do on this particular screen will be based upon this kind of particular speed of the internet. Okay. We can also give any custom value. Understood? Let's consider this application that we are testing is something that will be used up in villages, and villages don't have like 5G till now. They are currently working on 3G or 4G. So that is where our application become quite important to be tested. If the major people who are using it are from villages. Okay, so based upon the requirements from the client and based upon the research data that have been done by the company, that our application will be more useful here and there and multiple other things. So this feature comes handy. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 minute. Let it come up. Yeah, put something in the chat box. Screen reader. Okay, it is not supported in my browser. Actually, most of the features that we are having on the left side here are useful for mobile testing only. Okay, they are not that much important when we talk about the desktop side. Obviously, change location is something that can be useful, or zoom can be useful, but other of the feature are not that much useful. Okay, so ignore the screen reader. It's nothing, just that whatever we are looking at the screen is our mobile able. Okay, see, uh, iPhone has this feature. If you take a snap of particular image in your room or anywhere that you see, Google Lens is also there. They're able to test it. They're able to search it on web and maybe able to provide you the exact point from where it basically came in. Okay, so that is one thing, but that is something that is specific to the particular application, so it's not something important for any of you. Okay, iPhone. Now this is just the information part. It will give you the information about which particular mobile you're using right now, what are its specification, which OS, which browser, what is the screen size, and all those things. Screen size, resolution, all these things are really important, since when you use different devices, all of them are different in screen size. All of them might use different resolution. So our application should look similar in all the application, all the these mobile phones. So that is where it becomes quite important while testing.
So Sahil, browser stack is helping us instead of having multiple devices to check the application. It helps. It is giving us virtual device, and
Correct.
we are checking that, right?
Correct. It is saving. It is like a really cost friendly thing. Okay, not at all expensive. I'm not sure what's the cost, but yeah, when we talk about working in a organization, for them it's saving a lot of money. Okay, and it
And
is mostly used by the companies who are working on mobile applications. Okay,
and this also helps us in cross browser and cross operating systems, right?
yes, cross browser and cross
And cross
operating system,
platform, yeah.
whatever you want to use for the cross OS or cross platform. Okay, so both thing are the same. So I think all these things are here now. You remember, I'm not sure like how exactly were your manual testing classes, but I believe you might have given some idea about the this dev tool. Since you are studying Selenium, you might have been learning about creating the XPath, I believe so, and other locators as well. So this is known as DOM. Okay, and there's an option of console. Whenever there is some kind of error while testing on my browser, okay, it is reported here. Okay, I can easily see here what all issues are here. So that is why even while I'm using my application on this mobile phone, it's going to show me what all API are being called upon. Here I can see the APIs and what all positives or negative. If there is some kind of error on doing some action, it's going to come up in my console here. Okay, so that's how it works. Everybody know about DevTool, na? Is it new for you, or
No, Sahil, it's not been taught in detail, like maybe just a browse through.
so Selenium have started or it is yet to start?
You just started
Started.
yesterday.
A
Just
second
install
batch
yesterday.
started. And
Probably maybe in a day or
unfortunately,
two.
yeah,
Yes.
our batch couldn't, I mean, we trainer didn't had that much time to cover all that.
It will be covered up. So Selenium, that's the most basic thing. Since in the Selenium, you're going to create some kind of locators, and that can only be done using this DOM. We call this DOM. Okay. And from here in, you will be able to create all the locators. You'll be studying that, okay, in a while, probably in a day or two. Since you have already installed Selenium, the next step anybody will be teaching is most related to this part only.
So Sahil, can
So
you just give me a brief of dev tools? What is dev tools are?
okay, so see, currently whatever you are seeing on the screen, this is all interface, this is all UI, okay? And there is a set of code that has been written for this UI to interact with anything at the backend, okay?
Okay.
Maybe database, maybe an API, or it can be anything, okay? Now, whatever action is being performed, it is being performed by a user, and user can only see this interface. But at the end of the day, there is some kind of code running, okay, which is
Behind.
making things happen,
Mhm.
which is opening up thing, which is closing up thing, which is like whatever action that you're performing, okay?
Mhm.
So dev tools is there, wherein whatever you are looking at the UI, you might have heard about HTML, CSS, and all those things, okay?
Yes.
This whole formatting thing on the screen is being done using those languages. Java, there are a number of languages, okay? React, I don't know, I'm not a front-end developer, but there are a lot of other languages which is responsible for creating this. So in the dev tools, this is our dev tool screen. As you click on F12 on any of the browser, you will be able to see this part. In the elements part, you can see that particular code, this HTML code, okay? So for example, if I talk about how this will look like, this is the line that will decide how this will look like. There is an
Okay.
image there, there is its height is this, width is this, and all those things, okay? So dev tools help us to basically see, obviously this is only something that a normal person won't understand, rather an IT developer, or since you will be automation tester soon, you will be able to understand all this part, okay? And so element is one thing where you can see the code, source, console, all these things are responsible to show you. Let's talk about the console. You can see all the red part.
Mhm.
Can you see the word get here? Have you
Yeah.
seen get somewhere? If anybody remember?
Yes.
Yeah, other people don't know. Maybe Alpa, Vijay Lakshmi, and I think Vishali might be right. This is an API testing. Okay, I'll teach you tomorrow, other people, and the rest of the people who have taken API testing classes from me. So this is more like API. So all the positives and negatives. So console is there in any language, while even development, there is a console. Console basically shows up what is happening and what all problems are there, or what all things are going right or wrong, whatever, everything, okay? So it will shows us that. Network will show us all the APIs that are being called upon, all the images that are being loaded, and there are multiple other things which even I might not know.
Okay.
And there are other things as well which are not that much important. Only the important tabs are element, console, and network that you will be using frequently, okay? So this is dev tools.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, coming back to this browser stack, now I think I have covered almost the user interface part that can be there on your screen. And now let me give you a small task before you open up, since it's gonna stay only for a while. Okay, uh, open a website, maybe amazon.com, and okay, I'll say the name of the people. Everybody do it on different devices. Okay, let me pick one by one. Okay, good day.
Mhm.
You're gonna open Android device
Okay.
with Samsung phone S9 Plus. Okay,
Okay.
you can write it. You can write it. Okay,
Okay, I'll write it.
and there you need to open Amazon.com. Okay,
Okay, got it.
Alpa you can do with Android, uh, Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. Okay, Divya you can do it with iOS iPhone 11 Pro Max. Kratika you can do with iPad 7th edition. Okay.
Okay.
Radhika, you can go to Let's first talk on the mobile part. Okay, then we'll move forward to the Windows. Radhika, you can open OnePlus 60. And then where is next person? Reshma. Reshma, you can open iPhone 12, iPhone 12, any version, it won't
Okay.
be a problem. And yeah, you guys are free to select your own browser. There are two browsers that are there in the free version. One is Safari and the other is, I think, Chrome. So, okay. So you guys are free to use that. Now, next person, Suparna, you can, who is Shaurya? I'm not sure.
This is me, Vaishali. Yeah. There is some
Okay.
problem with my device. I will fix it.
No problem. No. So Vaishali, you can pick up Android, Oppo, and any phone from Oppo. Okay. Suparna, you
Okay.
can pick up Android Hawaii and any phone for Hawaii. And Vijay Lakshmi, you can pick up Google phone, any Pixel 3. Okay. And Vinod, you can open
Sahil, sorry to
Xperia
interrupt.
Z5.
Okay, sure.
Yes, please.
Sorry to interrupt you. It's asking me after entering into free trial, it's asking me create a free account.
Let me check if I created or not.
Because I entered that capture everything, it's asking me to create a free account.
Just give me 1 minute. I am not sure if I created it or not.
Okay.
I'll check. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I think I did it. You have to give your email address, I believe. Okay.
Or I
Just
can
add your
sign
email
in
address.
with Google, right? It's asking
You
sign
can
in.
do that. It's a legitimate website, so I don't think so there is any issue.
Okay. Okay, I'm doing it with Google. Thank you.
And this was Vijay Lakshmi, correct?
Yes, Sahil.
Vijay Lakshmi, since you have shared your test in Google Sheet, so it has been checked there. You can look at that same link. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Sahil, and what we have to use, the Amazon website? Or?
Open, you have to be quick since it's only for 1 minute. Okay. So
Okay.
open amazon.com, do anything. It's just that you become familiar with the user interface. Maybe try to rotate your device from the left. Somebody try to zoom it. Means play around it so that you guys are able to understand how things work. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And to be frank, I also have added Browserstack in my resume, but I haven't used it in my whole life till now. But since it's an easy thing, I've added my resume. People know about it, but nobody have ever asked a question on that.